We're coming to you live from Whatever Blows Your Hair Back studio. We got Jocii Navarette on deck. Beautiful girl working in the nightlife, is able to go to the gym, go to school. She's a bottle girl and she finished college and now she's a nurse at Northwestern. Not only that, but you're gonna get some bomb ass pointers and tips from a beautiful girl on how to get a date. So tune in right the fuck now. This is getting started right now, baby. Jocii Navarette on deck, boom.
Whatever blows your hair back.
So, whatever, I'm taking care of my mom. I turned 21. I get into the bottle service industry, like nightlife, and God, I don't know what it was. I just did great.
I don't know what it was.
I can tell you what it was. You're beautiful. Like, that's what the bottle service does.
I did so good. I don't know. I
Like, I can't believe
I
this
was
shit.
21.
I'm making money. Just guys are just loving me.
I was 21 and making money that 21-year-olds were not making. I'll tell you that much.
I believe it.
And I was like, this is great. I could take care of my mom. I could have money for myself, and like I'm gonna travel, take care of my mom. I was just living.
That's cool.
I was just doing it all, and I think I was just so young that I thought I could do that forever.
You think it's sustainable, and it's not as sustainable.
Yeah, I was just like, this is the freaking life, you know? Like, I travel, I have money to take care of my mom, I'm paying my bills, everything is great. Then about like 23 comes along, and I'm like, okay, I need a plan B.
So that's 2 years.
It's going hard.
That's 2 years.
2 years, but you needed to pound that pavement to know that that wasn't the course of action.
I went from being a bottle server to bottle server manager within like
started managing the girls.
even more money started coming in.
Oh, really? I always wondered.
Yeah.
Did they make more money when they get a cut? Because they make so much money in tips.
So I make commission off tables, and I also get my part of the tip pool.
Yep.
And I get my management paid.
Dude.
So I
didn't know
like,
that.
Wait a second. Time the fuck out here. How much does a bottle serve? Because I've always wondered. I don't
always
know.
wondered.
How much do you guys make on average?
At 21 years old.
I mean, you can be honest.
back
Yeah,
then.
yeah, 20,
this
yeah,
is whatever
21.
blows your hair back.
You're 21. You're 21
Back
here. A lot of
then,
money can be whatever.
I mean, like, I'll go in for 2 days out of the week, like during the weekend, right? And I'll make an EC over 1K.
That's really
Yeah.
good money. At 21,
At
that's
21,
really good money.
I'm like, and this is before the manager.
You know how much weed I had to sell to make that? At your age? I was peddling
Yeah, so
and
I
risking
mean,
shit.
can anyone blame me for thinking that was my end goal and I made it in life at 21?
No one gave me that. I bet you they're all like, dude, she's got it.
I was just sitting
Got
there
it.
like, man, the signer bags, trips, like.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely all affordable, especially at 21 years old.
And I'm taking care of my mom, so I'm like, I have it all under
You
control.
had it figured out.
I got it all under control, but you know,
Yeah.
not everything stays the same. Do I still make really good money doing bottle service? Yeah, but I definitely not
Where you want to.
not as back then.
Right. Yeah.
Everything changes, you know, goes through phases when things are cool, when things aren't cool, when things start to die out.
So you're doing bottle service. You're the manager at that point. Like, what are you bringing in?
I'll just say way more than I was.
Ooh.
I can't say numbers.
Oh, you can't call the numbers out?
That's all right.
Hey,
Personal.
no, I dig it. I respect it.
Yeah. I mean, just in case anyone that I work
That's
with
fair.
sees it.
That's fair. And they're like, well, this bitch is lying. Oh, what are you doing over there, Tom?
Let's just say they weren't very aware of how much money I was
No, that's right.
making.
You're right. No, you're right. No, that's.
So what is like? Do you have like whenever you have customers? You know, all these people in the club. Is there who does this? Who does the selling? Like, because usually like it's a guy.
We do the selling.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, like, okay, we have hosts, we have bottle servers, managers. It's a whole thing. Everyone has a different position. The hosts bring in the tables. If you're a really good server, you bring in the tables. I happen to be one of those people. And again, you get your. Not everyone gets commission. We'll just say that. If you're really good at what you do, you get commission.
For sure.
I make commission.
That's fair.
We'll just say that, okay? It's more like the girl is like, you know, you're partying with them, you're giving them shots, you're drinking with them. Show them a good time. They're gonna tip you really good.
For sure.
They're
And come
gonna
back.
buy more.
And
They're
come
gonna ask for you. becomes a cycle.
Yeah. What's your
Yeah.
technique? Like, cause man, my problem with club going to clubs and like security guards, these people are like, they put on this like this I don't know, they put on this bluff almost, and you're like, dude, just relax with me, you know? Like,
Well, it's not even that.
you
Here's
know?
my problem.
So what is your technique? You know, because some of these people are so like, oh God, you're so.
It's gonna sound like so cliche, but it's like I'm just myself.
You're just nice.
I'm just
That's
who.
what-
I don't need to pretend to be
Yeah,
someone. I'm just like, this is who I am. Like I'm you. I know you're here to have a good time. You're not here to watch me be miserable and like, you know, like
Yeah,
throw me
yeah,
with
yeah. We want you to
drinks.
have a good time.
Yeah,
for sure.
you know,
No,
like
you're right. Some
here,
girls are
like
miserable.
stop asking me for drinks. Like
I
I know
agree.
why they're there.
That's fair.
So what do? You provide that for them, you know, and then I build friendships out of it and connections and just kind
Usually
of.
the people that can afford a bottle are more, do you find, higher class, or are there people that sometimes buy a bottle that try to be high class for that night?
Yeah, what's the ratio of like
What's the ratio
posers
and how do you
to
tell?
Actual?
How do
can
you tell?
Can you tell?
Yes, I could tell. There's people that come in and you know that they know what they're doing, and then I have people that come in and they're like, "Oh, is this included with the table?"
Oh,
Like,
all right, that's fair.
First time? Okay, let me explain.
Those guys could have monies too. They're just some nerds, and they're just like, got 21. I'm like, let's go do this.
No, you could tell. Like
Oh,
it's just like
Fair enough.
they could
You just
come in
don't.
with a suit and like or the signer back or whatever guys are into now, and then they'll ask like a question when you're kind of just in there like, okay, you have no idea what you're doing.
From my experience, the girls hated, in your position, would hate club promoters that would bring in their buddies and get a comp bottle, and the server that would come over to them is like, what do you want? You get the cheapest
Because we're
one on the
not
shelf."
making money off
I
of
know
them.
that, but for example, like it happens to me, and I feel like, wow, I'm getting treated like shit when I would have gladly paid for this. I got a bottle comped, and I would have paid for it. I instantly got bad treatment from the server there. I'm like, listen, like, do I have to buy a bottle to treat? Like, let's buy a bottle. So I bought a bottle. And then I'm just like, now I bought a friend. I paid money for a friend just because I didn't like the way I was being treated, but that's fucked up for them for doing that to me just because I knew the manager and he gave me a bottle and was like, give him a sweet table. And then I got shitty treatment. I got worse treatment.
I believe that.
And
Yeah,
I'm
a
like,
lot of
this is
girls
ass
function this way.
backwards. And I
Yeah.
knew that because I'm a business guy, and I'm like, why is she treating me like shit? And so I pulled her to the side, and I goes, why? You know, I don't think you deserve, don't treat me like this. How much money we got here? And I'm like, I just paid her off just so I didn't feel like that. And then I got upset that I was paying for friends when I got a free bottle. But you made me feel like shit because I got the free bottle.
A lot of people are gonna do that, and I'm just gonna.
But that's fucked up. That's why I'm asking these questions, because I'm
And
the
I
guy
think-
who does buy bottles, and I
This
get
is why
treated
the
like that
promoters
shit.
ask for me because I'm like, I make.
nice to everybody.
There's like 50 girls, and I look around. I'm like, oh my god, there's so many girls. So I'm just like, okay, cranberry vodkas for you because I know that's what they're gonna ask me for anyway. And
Yeah.
then I'm probably one of those girls that gets tipped off from.
I'm coming
the
for a test run.
promoters.
I'm coming from a test run. We won't say where you work. I don't know if we want
Yeah,
to
right.
mention
I'll
that.
be like.
But I'm coming for a test
He's gonna
run.
come into the sky.
Well, you got 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah,
got
you better
2
make
fucking
it quick.
Yeah, you got 2 weeks.
And you know, here's another problem. This is another problem. Is door guys turnover rate's too high. So I go there, Electric Hotel. I'll use you as an example. I go there. I pay the door guy for like the first 3 weeks. I know the guy every time, 100 bucks. Finally, I'm like, I don't even got to pay that. I could have just not even paid and got in. But it got to a cycle where, all right, I'm not paying no more. I got to this point where this dude can take care of me. I'm walking up. Then they get a new fucking door guy. All that work and money
You know
done.
what? I give them props. Their job is not easy.
I know it's
not
not. I
easy.
used to
It
be a door
is
guy. I got
not
fired.
easy.
I got punched the guy. I got fired.
If you turn somebody down and they are a certain type of look,
Yeah.
you're racist instantly.
Well, that's
or
that's
you
one
get.
part. Yeah.
I know a lot of door guys who have gotten hit,
No, the racist
shot.
part gets pulled all the time. Yeah.
shocked.
Yeah.
This is not a thing where like it's actually terrifying. We
Oh my God,
we
that
have
is
actually
scary.
drive-bys.
Yeah,
Oh, you said
yeah.
no to me? Watch out. Next thing you know, you
They
hear
get mad.
gunshots.
No, they get mad.
It is not a joke. Like,
No, I agree.
I look at
That
their
is
job and I'm
crazy.
like,
I wouldn't want to do it.
I hear all the background
for 12 bucks an
stories
hour?
of
Yeah.
like They get paid a lot.
Do they? Now they do?
Secret.
Oh, I used to be one. I don't know.
No, maybe they did back then.
worked at-
Now,
$10 an hour, John Barley.
do you think people want to stand out there where they know all this could happen to them?
Game changer.
Yeah, it's a game changer.
Hope they make money. Hope
They
make
do.
good money.
But their job is not easy.
We're bringing in a door guy.
Yeah, but it's just kind of everyone's job.
You-
I think people think, oh, this is a very like stereotype, like, oh, she works at a club, whatever. Like she has something else going for
They
her.
go out on Mondays.
They just like I feel
They
like
go out on
people.
Mondays.
They go out on Mondays. She goes out
People-
on Mondays.
Well, it's
right?
Tuesday.
I,
Or Tuesday.
I actually don't go out, but
That's industry night, dude. Industry night is
it's also
dollar
grandma night for me.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, you're doing the bottle girl thing, and you keep doing it
I
till
keep
now.
doing it.
So you just keep doing it. Did you ever stop? There were any moments
No,
where
I
you
never
stopped?
stopped. I think there was a lot of opportunities where I did a lot of things on the side at the same
Yeah.
time. But I never fully gave it up.
Okay.
I changed locations a lot. I could say it because they're no longer there. I worked for Shea and Couvé, starting out, became a server manager. Then I went over to Prism and I did it there too. That one's still around. And I did Joy. Wasn't about it. I left.
Oh, you used to Joy. Michelle runs that place, I feel like. Michelle, her name is.
Oh yeah, I love
Michelle,
her.
she's
yeah.
been there for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Really
yeah.
pretty.
Yeah,
I
love
asked her to do
She's
the
so
boxing
sweet.
event. She didn't respond to me.
Well, she's like engaged or married.
That's
Her
okay.
depends.
No, she responded. She was busy.
And then I didn't last long there though, and I went to Bounce, and I've been there for 3 years and a half, and I'm putting my 2
I've
weeks
been there. I love that place.
You have a really pretty bartender there. She looks like Jennifer Aniston
Bro, I need to go.
at
there.
Bounce.
I love Jennifer.
I say I tip her
So-
really heavy all the time. She never says anything. I'm like,
Oh, I know,
What?
Leah.
Leah, Nunchuck or whatever. I think I'm friends with her.
Yeah, she's awesome.
beautiful.
She has the same birthday as me,
What?
and she's going to nursing school after she spoke to me, so I'm proud of that move.
That's cool. She's like this most. She's very pretty, but she gets no special attention to nobody. Maybe I don't even see it. She's like
Yeah.
comes does her
Hey,
job.
she looks like Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah,
That's
she's
all
beautiful.
she is.
No
Beautiful.
flirting, no flirting. Don't care how much you tip her. It ain't like, oh, thank you. Snatch. Next.
So,
So then you went to community college. Did you finish or? then you
I was going
transferred,
originally for teaching, so I think this is when everything just kind of changed. 23 hits. My mom's not doing good at this point, so I'm freaking out because I'm like, okay, well, like, what am I gonna do? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm an only child, so I'm like, okay, it's
Oh, you
up
don't have any siblings. So
I'm
that's
like,
what was
it's
my
up to
next
me
question.
to
Yeah.
step up to the plate, and that's what I realized I like nursing.
Oh, you were taking care of her, obviously. You were like, you know
Oh,
what, I
she's
want
like,
to
I
do
want
this.
people.
I want to take care of people.
Take care of people, not
Yeah.
things.
That's
I
awesome.
think it was more the fact that I saw how they took care of my mom, how they took care of me, that I just grew like this really deep love for the profession. And I was like, I can't get into nursing school. I'm like, I can't. Like, I didn't think I was good enough, I guess, in a way.
How old were you when you made this
Um,
decision?
Around 23, 24.
Okay.
You feel like you were behind too because all the girls went to
Everyone's
college.
like, you know, finishing off.
Yeah, yeah, and you're just
all my
grabbing
friends
it.
are getting married or engaged, moving in with their boyfriends, and I'm over here like, yeah, I'm doing bottle service. Like, this is
Yeah.
great. And they're looking at me like, oh, you're living your life. You know, you're
Yeah, you're having a
traveling
good
all the
time.
time.
Yeah,
You're out every
Grass is
weekend.
always greener, right?
I think it seemed that way.
Or they told you it seemed that way.
It seemed that way. Maybe they were lying.
Yeah,
Like,
for
this,
sure.
this girl's going
For
nowhere
sure,
in
yeah,
life.
yeah.
They were just making you feel
they were
good.
lying.
Yeah,
Girls,
yeah.
women are haters. They're back there with their husbands, raising their kid. Fuck, she ain't got nothing going on. We got this family. Look what we created.
I'm sure it
Oh, for
was.
sure. I know they
somebody.
do that.
And I say this a lot. I'm like, I feel like people want you to do good. However, they don't want you to do better than
For
them.
sure, that's true.
This is such a thing that I just like kind of like
That's
learned
100.
as I got older. I'm like,
It's the people closest to you too. When you
people
think,
clap for you, but they
There are
Hollywood,
true-
Hollywood is good for them.
well, their biggest
Some people.
fans are the ones that don't really know you, and they see someone doing well, and they truly are happy. It's the person that's next to you that's celebrating your happiness. That's not doing so well. That feels that way, but he doesn't tell you he feels that way. He paints the picture you just explain, but for her, they feel that way. And so, but they know that's not accepted to feel that way, and that's called jealousy, and that's not something we want to be. And so they tell us, hey, we're really happy for you.
Yeah, yeah.
You see what makes smile? Like, I want to be where you're being, but I'm not.
Yeah, no, it happens a lot, and I'm pretty good at reading people where I know you're lying to me, but I lie right back.
You got to. I mean, the world's a stage.
Lie right back.
The world's a
Thank you.
stage. The world's a stage. Shakespeare said it.
It's just like,
Shakespeare.
yeah, you just gotta
play it.
You gotta know your crowd. I'll say
You
that.
know the crowd. Know the crowd.
I learned that from bottle service. How about that?
You girls do know the crowd. Yeah, you girls are good. You got good street smarts, business minded. You can hustle on the spot. You can take different personalities that come aggressive at you. Get the racism card pulled at you. Special treatment. You gotta know how to handle that.
But it'll transfer over to nursing because you're
Yeah.
gonna deal with a lot of the same shit. Hey, hold on. No, I have some questions. Remember the other day we were having this conversation about. So basically, like, so for me, you know, I do dinner. Like, if I'm gonna have a date, I like to do homemade dinners.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, for sure.
I like to do I like to cook. I like to showcase my abilities. 'Cause I cook every day.
Okay.
You know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Taking care.
But
of
he's got a different approach. What's your approach?
I'm just gonna buy it all and get it shipped, sent to us, and we're gonna sit down and eat it. And it's gonna be made by the
So
most.
what
Okay.
would you prefer?
Wait,
What
wait,
do you
wait,
prefer?
wait. Before I go, is this the first date?
For sure.
Yeah, it could be a first date.
First
Yeah?
date.
Yeah,
for
first
sure.
date. Yeah, I've done first dates like that.
First date for sure.
Guys, I just got back into like the whole
dating scene.
thing.
Okay.
Oh, that's why you're showing up.
But
No,
Not to date us, but like, oh, she got a
No.
boyfriend.
Hey,
Hey guys,
guys.
face off.
she's available. She's available.
no, I think it's just more like
This is gonna be part of her. Sorry.
Yeah, I know, like
whole dating platform.
add it to my dating profile.
Oh, yeah,
please.
now you don't even gotta do about me. Hey,
This is it.
Listen,
This is
motherfucker,
it.
I'm gonna send you a link. Watch this shit. I don't need to tell you about me. And then I'm gonna quiz you if you watch
Yeah,
it.
if you watch it, there's a little questionnaire afterwards.
All right, to
All right, go
answer
ahead.
the question, I think it'd be cool, like, to have someone cook for me because I'm like, oh, okay, what does this guy know? You know, so
Yeah,
that
that's
makes
fair.
it cool.
Skills.
But if we were talking and I mentioned like I really like this type of food and you're like, oh, I know this really good restaurant,
Yep.
I'll order it.
Boom.
That's also
That's
a
my
good
plan.
way.
Yeah, so it's both.
So
It works
I would say
either
it
way.
depends. But if you're like, if I'm talking to you and you're like telling me like, oh, I'm really good at making so and so, or then
It
I'm
would
like,
just
oh.
be terrible if it's.
I'm like
When you show up,
gagging.
it's like,
I won't take that
This
risk.
is your best.
You won't take that
I
risk.
won't take that risk because you know what? I failed miserably one time. I cooked.
What did you
oh
make?
my God, I will never make a steak for a girl ever again. I picked a steak.
Please
and
tell me you didn't get her food poisoning.
No, I was young. I was only like 19, 20, and I did a grill out, and I wanted to grill her steaks. I really liked this girl. Her name was Melinda. She was Mexican. She was, I was Latina, and now I look back at it. It's in college. Anyways, I was like, I went and bought all the meat and everything, and I thought it tasted so bad. And she's like, oh, this is really good. I'm like,
She would be nice.
Yes,
I'm like, you gotta be lying. And she's like, no, I'm not lying. 'Cause I'm like, I think this doesn't taste good. You know, I was honest. But anyways, I learned that moment that like you can't risk it all on a date with a steak because you're trying to talk to her and you're not concentrating on your craft. Which where I was like, Juan, like, she's sitting there, you're cooking, and you're in your apron flipping shit.
No, but you got.
Can you tell me the spices?
Hold on.
Answer your phones and like you're like sitting there like, oh, that's cool. How much longer before we get to eat? Are the noodles done yet? Oh, I'm preparing them. Like,
Do you kind of prepare
Oh no,
before?
you gotta prep.
Okay.
okay, there's a whole thing there.
It's
I
gotta
ain't
be-
ready for that.
Like literally, when she gets there, you're like, "This is what you know, basically, and then she's like, "Oh my God, this is so amazing."
Hey, I'm 15 minutes
I can see
behind.
that
Hey, I'm
working
15
out.
minutes behind. The Uber driver's
no,
a
but you
creep.
weren't- you-
I had to get a new one. There's a real problem. And oh, I'm not coming tonight. Oh, what do I do with this fucking gourmet meal?
You fucking. That's prep. Then you call it a prep meal.
Dating
The prep
app,
for the
Facebook.
week.
Oh, date. Hey, I have it. Do you want to eat dinner tonight? I gotta fix this. You know, like.
That is so
Gonna work
funny.
out, and like I've had a lot of bad things blow up my face, buying roses for girls on Valentine's Day, and it goes to the door and their ex-boyfriend comes and his name's Tyler too, and then he fucking takes my flowers and breaks them, and I get the phone call.
Is
Like,
this like an actual
Real
thing?
story.
Oh my
No way, dude.
God.
real story. I got 3 stories of like me buying flowers for girls and shipping them to them. They were in different states. I was trying to be Mr. fucking the movies. That's why I like these movies. I just caught my boyfriend cheating on me. Oh, it's fine though. He came and played the violin at midnight outside my apartment window, and he brought.
I don't know any guys like this.
Well, this is what the movies do, right? Like, and so like you try to be this.
And you
person,
try to reflect that.
Or they
You try
send
to
him a
mimic
dozen
that.
roses, and everyone at work's like, "Oh, he loves you," and she's like, "Oh my god, special now." Here's the real story. I sent a dozen roses
Here's
to.
the real story. Let's get it.
And they were edible ones. They weren't flowers. To Casey, who used to work at. Anyways, fucking she gave them all. She gave them to her, the whole crowd, and they laughed about me like, "Fuck this idiot! I don't even like him. He sent me this," and I'm just like, and then she told me about it, and then I'm like,
I know.
I'm like, oh, that's.
I'm like hurt for him.
I got more. I'll save them.
Thick
But
skin,
like
builds
the
thick
reality is, it's not picture perfect in the movies that they create, and these breakups
I'm learning this.
are way worse, and they're extravagant, and there's a hatred feeling of people breaking up sometimes, and like there is no fixing it. You cheat on someone or that trust is lost. It's not a violin
There's no
play
going back.
to get you back. And if they do take you back in that moment and you think it's okay, it's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life
I
because she's
agree.
gonna bring it up every time she gets mad.
I agree.
They always do it again.
There's the reality, and I want to stop that shit.
You stop the pattern.
And that's why I don't do what he does. That's why I'll pay for the time at the moment that is secure, my investment's secure. It's a business style move. And his is more emotional. His is more emotional. And
It is.
I'm
Yeah.
very romantic though.
He's romantic. He's a
That's
romantic.
I got a mix. I can be
I'm
realist.
a hopeless
but,
romantic
but I'm
over
a
here,
romantic
so I'm
as
like.
well.
Well, he's put the spectrum. This is a real spectrum.
Yeah. I'm the type of guy-
One being
Yeah.
cold-hearted, two being a soft, sensitive guy. One, this is the real spectrum, and you're in the middle.
You're in the middle. You're
Where would
yeah.
you lean? Like that's like it's a different spectrum.
I want to say I go for the more romantic,
sure.
but I feel like I always fall for like the complete opposite.
Get the asshole,
I mean,
because we're good salesmen.
See, I've never
we
had-
can sell ourselves damn well.
I mean, I've had rejection. But I've never had like it's always worked okay. Like I play the guitar. We have a good time.
I heard it.
Yeah.
It's
You
playing.
heard it? Yeah, I love playing the guitar. I mean, I'm not great.
playing.
I'm not great, but
I'm gonna hire a musician, and he's gonna come in and he's gonna play you the song that you love. That's just the approach
That
that, I'm
works
gonna take.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Mine are
I
all
think
like-
it's the effort, guys.
There it
It
is.
really is. I mean, for me, like if I
It's
have
over,
a
yeah.
guy give me effort, I'm like, okay, well, if he's trying this hard, let me give him a shot.
His is more effort. He's
Yeah.
actually using his skill set. I'm
but
paying
no, yours is
someone.
the same effort
No,
because
it's
You're
paid
putting-
for.
you're locating
you're-
resources
yeah.
though. You see what I'm saying?
Because it's a business.
'Cause-
Yeah,
no,
I'm good at that.
Because I could have took like
It's a
from
business.
my perspective, like I think I see his side too.
Gotta gather the supplies.
He's gotta
We have a project.
For me, it's
me
easy.
and
It's
you
all there,
going
you know?
out, and it's a project. I need to gather supplies. Need to make sure the materials get there on time. We need to make sure that someone's there to build it, and it's like a
I
construction
know too many
project.
guys like you.
You know too many?
Yeah.
Fuck. See, that's why I'm still single.
I don't know what that says about me then.
Oh, we got him here. Yeah. Now this is.
You're like, oh, you're going down the rabbit hole. It's selling.
I'm gonna go reflect about this later.
You had both spectrum.
So then now we go to nursing school,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And how long does that take you to finish?
I was in a advanced program, so 3 years and a half.
That's pretty quick for nursing. Is it? do you
Yeah,
have,
it's
like, a
usually
specialization or anything like that?
no, that comes after.
Afterwards. So like, there's a physician's assistant. Like I know some girls. That,
Yeah.
Is that so what are your like?
I'm a BSN RN, so.
Okay. And
Yeah.
here's the next question: Was it pretty tough to juggle nightlife and?
I have no idea.
Really?
I did not sleep, I feel, for the last 3 years of my life. I took all early classes, so it was like during the week I'll be up early from like 6 in the morning till whatever 2 in the afternoon when my classes were done. I'll go home, study, and like, I'm a geek, so I overwork myself, I guess. Like, I overdo it. I'm an
Yeah,
overachiever.
You put the glasses on and you're like, I'm a geek wearing that.
No, I do wear glasses actually, but
I'm a librarian too.
I
Yeah,
am.
my geek. That's what I'm
I have a lot. There's a lot to me. Okay, there's different layers.
Literally.
Peeling the onion.
I'm peeling the onion. A lot of server girls that you work with are in the OnlyFans business. Speaking of
Good question.
OnlyFans,
There's a lot of
talk,
OnlyFans.
talk to me about the OnlyFans.
Well, we're interested. We had an OnlyFans girl sitting right here.
I
not too
saw
long
that.
ago. Yeah.
We're supporters.
I mean, I say get your money, baby.
That's what I
I'll
say.
put it that way.
They're business ladies. They're
You
hustlers.
know,
I just love it.
they're smart.
Oh, they're smart.
A lot of them, not all of them. A lot of them, it's okay.
Alright, cool.
I'm not bothered by it.
Cool. All right.
A lot of my friends smoke, so I'm okay with that. A lot of them don't post nudes, I guess would be the
Yeah.
thing. They do.
Lingerie.
I had a lot of
Gray
girls.
areas.
I had a lot of girls tell me like they'll do like feet pictures, and I was like,
Oh, that's
what?
a big thing. That's a big thing.
I didn't even know
No
that was a
hands?
thing.
No,
No,
feet.
feet. I'm like, what kind of?
I started
Weird
hearing
thing
about
that
it. I
people
started being like
into.
looking at girls' feet more. I was like, well, so there's a lot of people on your
Yeah.
feet. So I'm like looking at
You got
your
it.
feet.
My toes are covered.
But there's a lot of people. Feet's a big thing. I particularly like pretty feet, but I don't go
I
after
love pretty
foot photo or anything like that.
Yeah, me neither. That's not what
But yeah, I don't want a girl with a
Do you want to
bunion.
know how
Don't want a bunion.
I found out about this? It was
Your friend.
I was wearing heels, open toe heels, and my friend goes, "You have really pretty feet." She's like, "Have you ever considered doing OnlyFans for only feet?" And I was like, "No." But maybe I would make a lot of money doing that if I got.
No, you
into
would.
it,
It's another
but
revenue.
You've never thought about it?
No.
It's another
Not
revenue
even like,
stream,
not
no?
even like,
Worst case scenario thing.
nothing?
No,
Worst case
no. Worst
scenario.
case scenario, I feel like I am pretty smart where I could figure something out.
I like it. I
So,
like it.
so
I'll
if
take
shit
it.
hit
I'll
the
buy
fan,
it.
that's a good question. If shit hit the fan right now, what would you do? What would you like for example, if shit hit the fan for me, I would just drive around and go to construction sites.
Yeah,
Just you know,
Your worst case scenario.
So what's your worst case scenario?
Worst case scenario.
Server? Or
I was gonna say, well, I would be like, hey, I take back my 2 weeks. That would be worst case scenario.
Good
And
job.
during that time, actually, I was working a luxury car business at the same time.
what?
Luxury car business.
So like
looking to
Ferraris,
buy it.
McLarens.
McLaren?
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
goodness. We'll go back to that.
We're going back to that.
I got
No,
talking to one right now, a rap on McLaren.
We won't say any much information,
Oh,
but
You're in the car business.
Plus, if it did end right,
I
listen.
was running the whole thing.
Oh!
Hey, listen. If this is the rule of this show. If it didn't end right, we don't give them any platforms on this show. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
don't deserve
yeah,
it. Yeah. So
yeah.
go ahead.
So we'll just say that I was running the whole entire thing, doing nursing school and doing bottle service. When I'm telling you I didn't sleep a lot for like
Yeah.
the last year of my
You're
2
grinding.
years, that I was definitely doing.
Grinding. And they're all like in the same demographic of a job, like where beauty is like you're the face. You're the face on all those bottle service and selling cars. Like you're like you might as well throw in commercial real estate.
I was so good at like doing that because I had connections. I had the
It's the same.
clientele.
You had
It's
the
the same
network.
clientele. It's
You
the same
had the
network.
I had the
Same network.
clientele to rent out those type of cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the bottle service guys are the ones that would buy them because they got money.
Who wants them? The same crowd.
Yeah,
so
I
was
see it. That's
just
what I'm trying to
like,
say. I'm recognizing
I
that.
was just like,
circle.
I am killing
You in it. Wherever you go, it's
And
just
I'm like,
you're
I
in
don't
it.
know what sleep is, but I'm doing great. And yeah.
So now, one of our questions that we had, because Optima's pretty expensive.
Like, very
pretty girl
expensive.
like you paying that
By yourself.
Now we know
I'm
how
pretty
she paid
sure
the rent.
half of our neighbors think I'm like an escort or something. I kid you not. I feel like they
Well,
see me walk out in like this outfits all the time. And they're probably like, what the hell
I
is
didn't
this
believe
girl
I didn't
do?
believe Juan because I was like I moved into that building and I was single. I still am. But when I moved in I thought that I would meet someone of a higher stature woman that could support herself there. And I
There
moved
she is.
there and I was at the dog park and there's all
There she
these
is.
pretty girls. Well, yeah. But anyway, all these pretty girls are at the dog park, but they're all dating professional athletes. And literally every one of them was dating
So
a
true.
hockey player. My neighbor was the baseball player, the pitcher for the Cubs. You know, like all. And
Who
I'm like,
lives in that building?
I'm like,
I
who the f-
always think about
I'm like, who the
this.
fuck am I? Why am I here? And like, oh,
You're right.
I'm not even gonna try to hit on your girlfriend, dude. Like, you're playing hockey on TV. Your dog loves my dog, and me and your dog like each other. Our dog.
You might hit on the dog at this point.
Well, like usually the dog does the work for me. Then he's Corporal's talking to the dog's like, oh, that's just me and my boyfriend's dog. He's at a game right now on the Blackhawks on TV. Yeah, he's the star pitcher.
Super
That's
nice
our
guy.
dog.
Super nice guy. He parks on my floor. Yeah, I know who you're
Oh,
talking about.
really?
Yeah, but they're nice guys. I'm not hating on them at all. And I'm like, damn, these guys are doing it good.
Hey,
They got, like,
pretty
three
girlfriend,
girls, they
too,
got
yeah.
the dog.
Yeah, of
They're watching the
course.
dogs.
Or wife.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
three
of the
kids.
people that live there, I'm like,
They're only there for 3 months a season, then they move them out though. I had a high turnover rate.
yeah,
But-
I like run into a lot of they see me sometimes in my scrubs. So again, they're probably my
Doctors
neighbors,
too.
They're really confused. They're
my
like,
neighbors
is she a doctor?
have
Is she
no
an
idea
escort?
what I do. Like they're
Yeah.
probably, I mean, next door neighbors. I
Yeah.
really feel
'Cause
like
you're not
they
fitting
really
this-
question what I do.
So you finished school, and like, what was like the highlight? Like when you finally finished school, and you're like, fuck. Like, what did you do with that extra time?
I'm starting my business.
You're starting a business?
yeah.
What?
And
What is
this
your
is-
business?
I
Go
know.
He had to
on.
know. He had to
Wait a
know.
second.
That
No, I
was-
swear to God, I didn't know.
You didn't know. I thought you
You
faked
went
that
to
one.
school to be a registered nurse, and now you're starting a business?
Yeah.
Doing registered nursing?
Related to
Okay,
the medical
cool.
field. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So you've been saving money to start this business.
let's just say I have been planning. I know I have
Had a vision?
I have meetings with people to figure out exactly what I'm doing, but this is why I was like, okay, it's time to retire, hang up my sparklers, and
To focus more on what
On
your
this,
secret meetings
yeah.
are. Your secret meetings.
I think it's just me, who I am as a person. I try to be like the best that I can be. In a sense, like I'm like, okay, well now I did that. Now what can I do next? And I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
I'm always looking for
Yeah,
the
you
next.
got a 5-year plan.
That's
Right?
what
It's very
humans
important.
do too.
Yeah.
You're never satisfied either.
As a business
You
owner,
just
as an
gotta keep
entrepreneur.
growing.
Yeah.
And that doesn't stop.
Can you?
I know.
stop.
It's like
Yeah.
my mom's like, you were doing good, like.
But
and
you
I'm
found
like,
something
but
better
I
when you were
don't know-
chasing the
I don't
shiny
know how to
thing.
settle. I think
Yeah,
it's just
that's
more
good.
like I'm
good.
more like,
Yeah.
well, what
Opportunist.
else? What else? What else?
So-
I could
so-
do more.
So can you tell us a little bit about your business? Or
Yeah.
is it a
So it's
secret?
kind of like I think I just haven't spoke about it to too many people. I keep everything very private.
Yeah, for sure.
For the same reason, like people like to
I mean,
see
you
you
don't
do
don't
good, but
feel-
never better.
hey, don't feel obligated.
No, I'll speak about it because like now I'm leaving, so I don't care. I'm looking into going into like IVs at home, like going to people's house and doing IVs and like
In-house stuff?
Yeah, kind of like med spa kind of thing.
Yeah.
But at home, like you
Yeah,
know,
That's a great idea.
For sure, it's huge.
Yeah, and I
I've
feel
paid
like
$400 for an IV
I would
before.
too.
I have.
I have
I paid
too.
$800.
I did it
for
2
me and
weeks ago.
somebody else. Yeah.
I could never find the contact. Oh,
I did it 2 weeks. I was so hungover. I had no choice. I'm like, I need an IV. I'm not making it out.
No, that gets worse though. The IV, the hangovers as you get older, you know they.
No,
it's a
they
true
do.
story.
To
I-
Miami, that's what I had to do. And I was in Miami. I was
Bessie.
like, I gotta try this thing. Everybody. I see
You
all these
want to know
people.
what's weird? When you know how I went to Miami for my birthday? I went to
Yeah.
Miami for my birthday. So I told him, I feel like I tell you the most random facts
Yeah,
about
yeah,
my
yeah.
life.
We see him in the hallway. Hey, he dropped the keys.
No, we really talk. I feel like I tell him the most random stuff. When I went over there, I was never hungover, and I feel like I drank the most when I was out there. And I'm like, I don't know if it's the weather, like the new.
No IVs?
No.
Well, you got to leave the city. I know. what
But then I
it's
come
like.
here and I have like 2 drinks and I'm dying like the next morning.
I think it's the energy. You're
Yeah.
pumped up. You know, you got that. That's,
Maybe.
You
Yeah.
want to be fucked up there,
Yeah.
but you weren't. You're saying you didn't. So I guess that was it.
I mean,
the
I definitely
energy.
was
It's
fucked
the
up, but I just
adrenaline.
recovered really quick.
I'm going to Miami on Friday.
Ooh, lucky.
So when you go to Miami, do you mostly visit like like even here when you party? What is your
I
preference?
don't
you
go
like Latinos?
out. What? I really don't go out. Like
Your
I,
work is out though.
Yeah, that's my
So
social
you go out.
life.
Like,
So when you
that's-
go,
But
you're out longer than everybody.
I go out to get paid. It's different. Like
next question.
It's
But your
a job.
experience-
do you
the
have
fun.
fun? Do you have fun when you're working?
Do you take
or
shots?
does it get old?
Yeah, I drink.
Okay. Get
Yeah.
a little loose and
Yeah.
partying.
I feel like it's really hard not to drink in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do it, and I had to drink every time.
Are there nights where you have like a crew that's just like
Every
pumped
night.
up, and then like they get
My
you like on another
coworkers,
level?
and if they watch this, they're a horrible influence.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
you're gonna
ready
share
to
it. We're
party
gonna,
every
you're gonna,
time.
we're gonna do a big share thing on like the book, you know. Okay, check this out.
So your
Go
current
on.
workplace, is that something worth talking about? Like, are they good? Are you guys leaving on good terms?
Oh yeah, I
Bounce.
Yeah.
Bounce. You guys rock.
We already talked about
Sponsor
one. We already talked
our
about the
channel.
bartender.
Sponsor our channel.
Are you working tonight?
No, I only work Fridays and Saturdays.
Only the good nights. They only bring her on during the good nights.
Yeah, they bring in what is it?
I thought you guys were going out for
bring in special.
No, it's one of my coworkers' birthdays, and he is legit one of the nicest
guys.
Yeah, and
nice guys finished last.
but he is not straight, so.
All right, we should came out with that one first. But the nice guys always finish last, I feel like, because the nice guys, they are so nice.
No, he is the light of the party, I guess you could say. And I'm leaving. I want to have like a good.
I have your
going
moments before
away,
it's done, yeah.
And also like, I'm the only Latina that works there,
Wow,
so
that's cool.
I literally talk.
Represent.
I feel like I talk to them all the time,
Yeah,
You don't look very Latina. I wouldn't. If I seen you in
I
the
know, people
crowd
tell
and
me
I'm
that
like
all the
picking out
time.
Latinas, and I'll put you in the mixed pile. I'll be like,
white.
The mixed
I'll be like, all right, you got whites, Latinas, and then I'm like, I don't know where we're going with this mixed pile.
No, I get that a lot. People are always like, what nationality are you? And they could tell by the way I talk that I'm not white.
That too. We gotta mix you. You don't come off as extremely.
But when you do party, what do you prefer? Do you like to go Latin
I
dance
love
and
Latin
American?
music,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
I do love
Reggaeton?
it. I don't know a lot of spots, and I think it's kind of weird to me because I don't know, maybe because I'm a girl. Hispanic guys are aggressive.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You just
I
like
feel
dancing.
Hispanic girls are aggressive and they're possessive and they own you.
I don't know. Maybe it's just like the.
No, here's the thing. So here, let me
places
teach you.
I've
Let me
been
teach
to.
you a trick of Latino places. Well, maybe for me, for example, when I would go out to a place, there's a place called La Gozadera, which is my spot in Chicago. If I'm gonna go
Never
dancing,
heard of
he's been there. And when I used to go there, I was there like every Friday, religiously, or Friday or Saturday, and I would go to dance. Period. So I was dancing with everyone, like
This guy's
old,
a big.
young.
When he's out
like-
though, he's dancing, he's talking to people.
He's very social.
Socialite. The guy's got to talk to everybody, and he's got to be out a lot, and that's just
Love
how
it.
he is.
I
He's
think
on the
it's-
move.
I love it. I love.
He's in the
being around-
field, like I say.
But that's so basically like maybe some guys might be very aggressive, but some guys may just want to just dance, you know?
No.
that's
that's
what
not the vibe.
Not with me.
This guy just wants to dance.
I just wanna dance, dude.
I'm just here to dance. Yeah,
In
right.
fact,
straight
whenever
forward.
there's
No,
girls,
I never had that experience.
Really?
It's more like,
oh, they're just trying to feel up on you, like.
yeah, and
"What's
it's
up,
like,
girl?"
one thing's like asking, but when
Yeah.
people don't even ask, and I'm just like, well, okay, back it
Yeah,
up.
yeah. But see, that's why I like dancing salsa, because it's all about, hey, I got it. I'm gonna bring it to the table. I'm gonna show you what's up, And that's honestly the easiest way to pick up women. You
It
learn
is.
how
I
to
mean,
dance
doing your own
salsa
thing out
well,
there.
it's a wrap. It's like
It takes a lot of
This
time.
is his way to getting girls.
Well, if you notice, if you're listening now, he cooks meals for him. He dances for him. He does all the things that
I'm like a magician. I'm like a fucking circus act.
He's
over
showing.
here.
He's showing his skill sets. He's showing his skill sets right out the gate. He's a cooker. Oh, he's a dancer, and he lays it all out there. I'm back there making plays like I'm buying.
Strategizing.
I'm buying people to put things in front of me to entertain. Like, oh, shiny thing here, shiny thing here. I'm still making my move. Like, how do I come out with what I'm gonna do? She's entertained with him, who's singing, who's fucking doing better than me because she's over there drooling about him that I just paid to take us to go see. Fucked up there. Wow, how am I gonna get out of this?
Funny.
And so, like, I'm just like, in my mind, taking a girl to a concert is like cock blocking yourself in a way of like.
I mean, if you're taking me to go see like a guy artist, I'm
for
like,
sure, yeah.
I'm drooling over him. I don't even know you're right next to me.
Exactly. You know how many people do that? Oh, I'm taking her to see Enrique Iglesias or whatever his name is. And I'm like, dude, every chick wants to bang him. She's going to be there just like with those chicks like, ah, and you're going to be there like, I paid for this shit, sitting on my
See,
phone.
I love country music, and this is definitely.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
another
a
one, a
shocker.
country. Oh,
Yeah, that's a shocker. Yeah.
oh, nothing but pretty girls at a country. I hate country music, and there's nothing but pretty women in there.
Everywhere.
And they all want that country singer up there.
Yes, so that was my.
I would
he
never
has a
do that.
point.
Maybe that's why I hate country. 'Cause
I
I'm like,
have been in a relationship, and like he used
With a
to take.
country singer?
No,
Oh,
with someone who really liked country, and he would take me front row to see this concerts. I would be honest, I was like, yo, I don't even know you're here right now.
Yeah.
I want this artist because I'm in love with him. What's your name again?
Yeah.
Thanks for the tickets.
And I think that that's how you would think. And now, once again, a business decision will allow, and I bring a liability into the first date.
So I do get where he's coming from. Because
Yeah,
that's
I'm not
true.
going to sell myself, so I'm going to shine.
See, Juan would be thinking like, I'm doing this because she really likes this artist.
Correct.
You're thinking like, no, this girl is just there for the guy who's
I
singing.
I just brought like the girl to the bait pile like, of the artist where he's like, hey, she wants to fuck
not
me.
wrong, you know
And her
that.
boyfriend's
No,
next
I
to
mean,
him
I
and he's
tell
on
him
his
all the time,
phone
he's
and he
right.
knows it. And his ego just got higher, and that artist is living his fantasy. Because I want to be something where people come watch me show my skill set on a platform.
Yeah, yeah.
And I always imagine going, like having a party where that's what we're doing, not going to someone showcasing them on a platform.
Yeah.
So I kind of get a little butthurt. I get like,
I get
I
that.
like kind of
like his
jealous.
honesty, though, to
Yeah,
be
it's
honest.
I get like
true.
jealous in a way. Like I'm like, dude, I want to be where this guy is that's running this concert. I want to be him, and like I'm here watching him, and the girl that I'm with wants him. Now I'm ultimately feeling shittier. I'm gonna bring her where I'm gonna shine. Where
But if you have like the right girl, like
Yeah, she won't care.
Like once the concert is done and I'm done drooling over whoever was performing,
go back to settle for what I have.
I will go back to like whoever brought me. I'm like, thank you for bringing me there. And now he's getting the glory.
So who's your the one star that you're like, oh my god, I'd die for him. Amazing.
I just went to see
Who's your
Kane
favorite?
Brown.
I don't know Kane Brown.
It's
I don't know who that is either.
he's a country
Oh, he's a
artist.
country-
Goddamn country singer.
Damn it.
But he is very like, I think
Just an old plywood and boat. 75 Johnson.
he doesn't
electric
look
chair.
like he would be
Young girl.
a
2 hands on the
country
wheel.
artist.
Beer.
Yeah. Give me a beer, dog. Give me
But
Bud Light,
my
dude.
point was, I went to see him in concert. After it was like my graduation / birthday gift at once, and
Damn, she's been celebrating her birthday since Miami.
What did I have? You know, what did we
I
talk
had a
about
lot to
earlier
celebrate
about
this
birthdays?
year.
Now we were at you graduated, so now let's get into your 5-year plan. What's next for you? Your
Huh.
business.
Yeah, definitely that. I hope. Let's see, I'm 28. I'm hoping I find someone who wants to deal with me for the rest of their life by then,
You
and
just got to trick somebody. Don't hope. Just find trickery.
fingers crossed.
Whatever you got to do.
Shouldn't
Don't
be too
tell them
hard.
about.
You got a lot going on.
Think about the things that you don't like about yourself. It's crazy that you had bad experience in the past, and bury those.
I have a
really,
lot of bad experiences.
Bury those
really
really deep. So deep it no one can feel them or see them. And then one day when you get really mad, you can let them out. And then
Just
you're
bury
gonna
it deep again.
bury them deeper because it's hot.
Underneath those.
And then you're gonna keep replaying that deep feeling, and then eventually like the big D will come, and then you're like, oh, I can't bury this any deeper. We're already at my foot. We're 6 feet deep. We gotta resurface. And then you go through the grind of like, all right, I got like 30 years of life left. My tits ain't gonna fall for like 10 more. I got odds of at least getting a 28-year-old dude with a big pop-up bra in another 3 years. And if I go back to the club scene, we can meet that guy. All right,
I am
Plan B,
not
here we
going
come.
back.
Plan B, here we come. God damn it.
You thought about this before.
You know me. He's like, I figured this one out for her.
A guy is very similar. Just at probably a different age, or maybe thinks he can stretch it a little longer.
I always go for older guys too. Which
Well,
I
because
don't
they've
know.
been through the stupid shit already.
No, I think I always think that they're gonna be more
What's
mature.
old? What's old?
My last boyfriend was 10 years older than me.
So 40. So you'd be like someone around
38?
40, 38, 40.
Yeah.
Well, shit, I guess we're old, man. I'm 35.
I'm 35 too. We old?
Why does that not feel old to me?
Because we don't.
Because we don't act like it, maybe.
I don't-
know.
I- doesn't
Did you think
feel
I
old.
was 35 when you?
No,
I don't know.
actually, I don't
Because
know.
we're not wearing suits and we're not living the stereotypical like
I don't know what
dude
I thought.
you think would be that.
I definitely thought you were early 30s.
If I was wearing glasses and you wanted to get a loan and you went to the bank and I was sitting behind the fucking desk and I had a picture of my wife and shit behind me, you'd be like, this dude's old as fuck.
Yeah, I
It's true.
thought
It's
he
true.
was in his early 30s too.
It's perception.
Wow.
So I mean, I think it's a
Yeah.
good time to wrap it up. I think what. Yeah,
Oh,
we
you
got,
got
always.
Keeper's got
Keeper's always got
Jeez,
questions.
man.
I love that.
Alright, so being a businesswoman, what are some fears people try to project onto you, and how do you overcome them?
That I will make it. That's the main one, that I will make it. Or you need someone to help you make it. So I think, how do I overcome it? Just freaking doing it and proving them wrong.
Execution.
Yeah, I think I'm always the person when they tell me no, I want to say, watch me. And I've done it multiple times in my life. And I feel like, why not? If you don't take the chance, you're just not going to make
So
it.
you convert their negative energy into success.
Yeah,
When they tell you you
yes.
can't, you actually convert that. Like, oh, even though that person might not mean that much, but you're doubted, so you get a harder.
Look, I could say I'm like not like the most confident person, but I am very proud of finishing nursing school. I had a better GPA than I thought I would have, and on top of it, I don't owe a penny because
That's
I
it.
paid it all
That's
off
awesome.
as
Okay.
I went.
Every day we hustling.
Everybody told me I wasn't gonna be able to do that. Get a loan. You're not gonna be able to make it. I did it.
Nice.
So
So good job.
fucking
You heard
took
it.
a-
Back to
Yeah.
the top.
I took a loan.
That's what
But
we
yeah.
celebrate.
What's the next question?
Chill down the
All
spine.
right, this one's different. This one.
Like
Kinda
somebody
usual.
was like so in love with you, and they did like.
I think it's
All
different
right, yeah.
because of bottle service. It is very different.
They're all simps.
No. I don't know how to say it without it like
Will it hurt somebody's feelings?
yeah.
You can hurt feelings.
Hurt
He does it all the
feelings.
time.
I love hurting feelings.
There's people who I feel like don't know how to take a hint. Like
Yeah.
I'll be like I'll push
For
like
sure.
I'll push like the buddy friends like, oh, you're my bestie kind of line, and they're like, I love you, and I'm like, oh no, and they're like
I
kissing
bet
the,
you get that a lot.
kissing the floor I walk on, and
Yeah.
I'm the type of person that I'm sitting there like, I don't want to hurt so and so's feelings,
He's got to know though.
but I'm giving everything to be like, hey, it's not like that, and they're still going doing the same thing.
I've been in that spot. before.
Yeah.
I've been in that position.
And I hate that because I'm like, I don't want to be the bad person and be like, dude,
I've never
it's
been
not
in
gonna
that-
happen.
I've never been in that
I've
spot.
been that guy. Before, dude. I've been-
Ooh, let's be nice,
Yeah,
guys.
a few times. I've been a few times.
Let's be nice, guys.
No, I'm saying I've been the guy that's been like.
Oh, you've been
I've
the
been a
simp.
simp.
I thought you were like,
a simp.
oh, I have people who simp me all the time.
No. I've simped.
He's like, yeah, I get it all.
No, I wasn't trying
Back
to
in
be
my
arrogant.
modeling day, they were laying
No,
down,
I've
I was
been-
walking
I've
on them like a
I've been
carpet.
a simp. No, was it like that thing in the Olympics where they clean the ice? You know? It's
Walk
like, oh, he's
clean my
walking on.
spoon. Yeah.
What's it, another question or?
Last one. So, you know how the spectrum of asshole, romantic,
Yeah.
and then you, successful businesswoman, you
Thank
live
you.
in downtown Chicago in an expensive building. What does a man have to do to get a date with you?
Damn.
Oh,
get
that's
a
a
date.
question.
That's a good one, you know, that's a good one. Like,
Wrap
that,
it up.
knowing
Oh
what
my
they know,
God.
they got to come hard.
Yeah.
They're insecure, and you already know this. They're simping you.
Man out there, you're watching this, please take fucking notes.
This is gonna be. I feel like people think I'm full of shit when I say this, but I'm really not. Like, if you could be yourself with me, make me laugh, and have a good time, and have dreams and motivation to do something with your life,
That's all it
you got a
takes.
chance.
We just conquered all of those in this meeting.
I think from my parents' relationship, I think that she's right about like the being like a funny person. Like my dad is like all he's ever given my mom was happiness, and that was it,
Oh,
dude.
if
And
you can't
that-
make
she
me
is-
laugh.
like he's been a broke ass motherfucker for a long fucking time, dude.
He's
For
gonna
a
hear you
long
be like,
time.
son, you called me a broke
But he
ass
knows
motherfucker?"
this. He knows this. You know, like up until like he started his last business, because most of his business ventures have been failures. And bro, my mom stuck with him through
But
thick
that's
and
what I
thin.
mean by like having motivation and having like something. Because
So
I'm
failures
like,
are okay, but you better pick your head up.
You
in the
better
morning
be-
with
you
confidence.
I
better
don't
be a
want to
happy guy
marry
about
or
it,
like
yeah.
date a guy for his money. That's not what I want. I want someone who's like, hey, I'm looking to do this. Let's do it together.
Yeah,
Does
for
that
sure.
make sense? Like
Sure.
I
Makes
want
sense.
someone that wants to grow with me.
For sure.
Or what if they wanted to grow just two different routes, but you're growing as a person, and sometimes
That's
they don't
fine.
overlap.
No, that's okay. But I can't have someone who's just very comfortable with where they are
Yeah.
because that's not who I am. So that would never work.
Yeah, for sure.
That's one of
Yeah.
mine. That's mine too. No one asked, but that's mine.
All right. Well, is there anything else you would like to add to this this
No,
this
thank
social
you
experiment.
for having me. It was
No,
fun.
thank you for coming.
It was
We're-
fun
yeah.
seeing your point of view and your point. I feel like I learned a few things about myself.
Two different
sitting
guys
here.
right here.
Yeah, and
All right.
thank you.
Did I ever about
I mean, he
Keith?
makes this all happen. If
Yeah.
it wasn't for him, like we were just talking about this, Tyler spent all this money on all his equipment. When I was like, Tyler, if he's not here, this is like we just got a pile of shit.
It takes all of us. So if you weren't here, we got a pile of shit. Well, back to
Yeah.
like a date thing. I'm good at getting the things to make the date go good.
I see this.
And showing up.
You're a builder.
I'm a builder. I create things. I know how to get materials and supplies to conquer, and the right people in the room. That's why we're here, like a
Yeah,
creator.
yeah.
And I have that skill set. It's not egotistical for me to be familiar with that, but I am just a creator, and I've accepted that, and I can only keep creating and sustaining. I don't do well. I do good at sustaining creativity,
Yeah.
but I don't do good at stopping at one creative business and sustaining that, which is why I have 6 companies. That's the direct reason. I ponder on it time and time and time. Is why do I have 6 companies? Why can't I have one and on a multiplier of 6? I can't. I have to be creative and make something new and create. And like that's a blessing and a
curse.
And a curse. And I'm making it work for me, but it's a really hard thing to do, and it's working for me. But somehow I'm finding it's all coming together right now. As why you're here, Juan's here, Keeper here, we're all in each other's life for the creativity to come together.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
that.
I like it. Awesome. Well, yeah, we appreciate it. I mean, I didn't know we didn't really know
Where
each
this
other
was gonna
very
go.
well.
Yeah, I
before
didn't
this.
even know what I was going to talk about.
Yeah, but-
Here
but-
I am 2 hours
That's what Juan's
later.
good. That's what Juan's good at. You know?
Yeah,
It's
but
kind
no,
of-
it was like for me, it was like, wow, this is impressive. Like you're an impressive human being. I think that you should be proud of yourself. I think we
Thank
can all
you.
agree here that she's
expensive
done.
building we live in, and I've heard like
Yeah.
shit environment. So.
Yeah, I mean everybody has
But
those
what does she
questions.
do?
What the fuck?
You know, and I
we gotta
think-
find out what she does.
No, the great part about this interview is that you broke the stereotype. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you broke the stereotype that he talked about.
You
Like,
broke
we-
the stereotype. I was
Yeah.
confused. The
Women
building,
should-
I
women-
told you how the building was
Yeah.
outlaid. It's like but there's an outlier in every experiment.
Yeah.
I just didn't stick in the experiment long enough.
No, but I think women that watch this are going to be very empowered. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
men that watch this
hate
should.
on you. They
Yeah.
yeah. Big did it like that. Oh, she had-
Congratulations.
She sucked
Yeah.
10 dicks. She sucked
Yeah.
10 dicks. I swear she did.
And I think men that watch this are going to be very motivated too.
No, men are motivated. Like, so how did those guys get to talk to a pretty girl?
Yeah, how the hell did she?
Get
end
the
up-
couch,
Yeah,
camera guy, put the joint down.
Especially how we were looking like.
Oh yeah, I'm really impressive. I have 3-year-old socks.
Well, anyways, we thank you so much for tuning in to Whatever Blows Your Hair Back.
Bye.
We leave you. Thank you so much.